Good morning, students. Now we start with the third unit, of which the first point is biodiversity distribution. In this hotspot of biodiversity of the world, the area serving as the richest spot for biodiversity location are termed as biodiversity hotspots. The concept of biodiversity hotspots was given by Sir Norman Mayers in the year 1988. Biodiversity in general terms comprise the variability of all life forms present on the earth, including all the fauna and flora species present on the planet. To be more specific, it denotes the total species present in a specific ecosystem. All the species on earth compete with each other for ensuring their survival while living together in the same ecosystem with each other. It has been estimated that about 8.7 million species of flora and fauna are currently in existence on the planet Earth, of which only 1.2 million species have been discovered so far, and still a lot more is yet to be discovered as many of the Earth's rich biodiversity areas are still unexplored. These places serve as the plethora of flora and fauna species, including some of the endemic species because of the geologic formations, and also exhibiting exceptional scientific interest. These designated areas account for about 2.3% of the Earth's surface, accounting for a total of 35% of the global ecosystem services. The hotspot provides crucial ecosystem services for human life, such as the provision of clean water, pollination, and climate regulation, besides supporting rich biodiversity. They also serve as a home for several endemic species that are confined to a specific ecological spot and are not found anywhere else on the planet. These are the native species of the particular area. For any area to be considered as biodiversity hotspot, it must meet the following two criteria. Number one, at least 1500 vascular species of plants are as endemic plants. Second, area should have left with 30% or less natural vegetation. There are a total of 34 biodiversity hotspots in the world. In Africa, there are 9 biodiversity hotspots. In Asia and Australia, 12 biodiversity hotspots. In North and Central America, there are 4 biodiversity hotspots. In South America, there are 5 biodiversity hotspots. In Europe and Central Asia, there are 4 biodiversity hotspots. In this manner, there are 34 biodiversity hotspots in the world, of which India is included in Himalayan hotspot the eastern Himalaya, western Sundaland and western Ghats. These are found in India. In Himalaya hotspot, it covers both eastern and western Himalaya. In eastern Himalaya, part of Nepal, Bhutan, northeast Indian states of West Bengal, Sikkim, Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, southeast Tibet, that is China, and northern Myanmar are included in eastern Himalaya. While in western Sundaland, a very small portion of Indian territory, Nicobar Island, is included. While in western Ghat, state of Goa, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Tamil Nadu, Kerala are included in the western Ghat of India and Iceland of Sri Lanka. Then vanishing hotspots. As the world continues to grow at very fast pace, the biodiversity hotspots around the globe are facing a large phase of extinction and a rapid decrease in its endemic and threatened species present in its ecological area. It is causing serious habitat loss, which in turn is affecting the global population of species present on the earth. The biggest killers of wildlife globally are unsustainable hunting and harvesting. Factors such as pollution, exploitation of lands, invasive species, deforestation, and climate change are some of the other major causes of habitat loss and destruction at these hotspots. The consequences of climate change are extremely widespread, threatening even places untouched by humans. Along with habitat destruction, the effects of climate change are expected to be particularly severe on those plants not capable of dispersing their seeds over long distances. All kinds of habitat, ranging from tropical rainforest to coral reefs, are destroyed or extensively modified for human settlements, agricultural expansion, and exploitation of natural resources. The introduction of exotic species to the local environment is also a major threat to the native biota. Then the conservation of the hotspot biodiversity. In order to protect our planet, we can start by making some small changes in our daily lives. Taking action by recycling, picking up trash, being conservative with our water consumption, and limiting pollution emission by reducing our dependence on vehicles and promoting more of walking, biking, or taking public transportation are the ways by which we could help the environment to heal itself. We can also come up with our own ideas as we educate ourselves on biodiversity by reading about different places and liking things. The more scientific way of conserving biodiversity is by adopting two ways: in situ conservation and ex situ conservation. In situ conservation, it is the method of conservation of genetic resources in natural populations and habitats of plants or animal species. It involves the reduction of biotic pressure rehabilitation and helps in the multiplication of the species through the process of evolution and adaptation. The faunal species are more adaptable to this kind of conservation process as it supports the species mobility with a large habitat area. Example of in situ conservation are national parks, biosphere reserves, and wildlife sanctuaries. Then ex situ conservation. It is the process of conservation of living organisms outside their natural habitat through genetic conservation, including both captive propagation of species and their eventual release into the natural or restored ecosystem. In this conservation process, artificial conditions are created to make their habitat almost like a natural habitat. This method enhances the probability of reproductive success for each endangered species. The faunal species in this method have less mobility owing to the smaller habitat area. Examples of ex situ conservation are zoo, aquarium, and gene banks. Third one, that is active threatened management is needed to open enough viable habitat for threatened and endemic species of the area to survive. Conservation in the hotspot promotes sustainable management of these essential natural resources and supports economic growth, which also reduces drivers of violent conflict. Some global organizations like Conservation International, the Worldwide Fund for Nature, Alliance for Zero Extinction, and the Critical Ecosystem Partnership Fund have implemented efforts to conserve different biodiversity hotspots. These biodiversity hotspots are the only measure for preventing the further extinction and wiping off of the biodiversity from the planet, as these areas poses as the viable spots for biodiversity conservation and are some rich area across the world housing the plethora of the faunal and floral species, and hence saving and conserving these biodiversity hotspots is an absolute necessity essential for the survival and proper functioning of the Earth's cycle. This is all about the hotspot biodiversity. Thank you.